Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world, and welcome to another session of Living World of Darkness, New York by Night, the Camarilla venue. Tonight, we go to a familiar place in New York, Northeast Harlem, the coal cellar. By now, we've already got the atmosphere pretty much down to a fine tea, because we've all been there quite enough, so we'll go straight into the action. Limey is sat at the end of the bar as per usual. He has a file next to him with a phone on the table. He's actually not expecting any visitors tonight particularly, but he's on call as he usually is. And it's been tense for the past few nights. Uh, he's fallen out with Rose up until this point, a very dear friend. There's hostility between Ghost and the Tremere, and therefore hostility between the Bruja and the Tremere. And all in all, despite the fact that the city seems to be on task, there's a general feeling of melancholy and angst awash over the kindred population. Not to mention the fact that, well, our resident young gangrel has had something of a tough time in the woods of late. So, without any further ado, I believe Limey is about to get an unexpected visit from a friend. He sits in the bar wearing a pair of blue jeans, and a pair of brogues with a what do they call it? A roll neck knitwear over the top, and the usual hat. But he seems far too casual, like he just hasn't made the effort tonight. Turtleneck, that's the one. It's a turtleneck, black turtleneck. And yes, I suppose this is where we begin our scene.
Yeah. At that point, a hooded, cloaked figure walks into the bar wearing a veil. Probably no surprise. Well, might be a surprise to Limey that she is there, but probably recognizes her instantly. As Rose had been busy meditating for the last few nights on everything that had been going on, and she now decides to have a talk with her clanmate. She looks around to see if she would spot Limey. And
Limey is
she
sat at the
does.
bar with his
She
hat.
doesn't really seem to notice the change in attire because those are details that usually go past her. So she just walks up and good evening.
He slowly turns his head to the side, and his eyes fall on Rose. Evening. Want to sit down?
Well, if you can stand the sight of me, then yes.
Of course, I can stand aside. Yeah. I may be angry sometimes, but I like to think I don't keep it for too long. Doesn't really do you much good in a karmic sense, you know. You want to take a seat.
And Rose will she'll sit down, fold her gloved hands on the table. Well, I owe you an apology for my behavior a few nights ago. I realized that I stepped out of line.
Well, I owe you an apology for my brusqueness.
You were in your right.
No, it was probably within my right to say no. It wasn't within my right to be a dick about it.
Well, you are the sheriff of New York. If anyone can be a dick about anything, then
No. You see, I just don't dig that. No. Just because somebody slaps a title on you doesn't mean you should become jumped up. It's just not groovy, you know? Uh, Maybe if I'd have explained why I thought it was a bad idea for you to take him and try to control myself, then we wouldn't have fallen out quite the way we did. All the same, I do appreciate the apology.
Well, our clan is known for not thinking very straight in stressful situations.
And it was a stressful situation. That that business with Ghost.
Yeah, I am not fully aware of the situation that led to that discussion between herself and Victor. I know that there was a circus or something, and I've heard little about it, but little indeed.
Well, long story short, a lot of the higher ups, uh, they seem to have got into their bread boxes that Ghost is a little bit too sympathetic with the Anarchs. You dig?
I see. I've never met an Anak, or at least not as far as I believe. So I wouldn't really know what they are all about. But I think in the end, friendship with anyone can be important, and it can even be important to have ties in different communities.
That's cool. That's cool. I understand that, but the thing is, yeah, this is a weird thing. With Bruges, you got your idealists, your individualists, and your iconoclasts. And iconoclasts are very American. And they're how you say not good for business. And well, when you get anarchs coming around, people get a little wary about the Bruges. I mean, I'm alright. I'm something of an individualist, but Ghost, it's all the tattoos and the leather and that. She looks a little dangerous to be in the Camarilla to some people, I expect. So,
um, I don't mean to laugh at.
nah,
It's more that if she would look dangerous to be in a Camarilla, I wonder what people would think of others who are also part of the Camarilla.
he looks you up and down. Well, that's the thing, innit? I mean, this is laughable. Thing is, Ghost made her decision a long time ago. When she says she's Camarilla, I believe her, but I think if this sort of shit keeps up, they're gonna push her straight out of the fold, and, well, Ghost is not really an enemy you want.
Hmm. So I guess that it'll be up to us to make sure that this situation is resolved. Calm down.
Well, the old man here had a bit of an idea about that.
Hmm.
You remember, you remember that shit I took you to that club the other day, and there was that group of chicks that you you were digging. You
Yeah,
remember those feelings you had?
yeah.
The drug they were taking, I have on very good authority, was mixed with the blood of a kindred, a diabolist.
I see.
So they're giving little drops of powerful blood with a lot of anger in it. to the kindred populace. Someone's trying to start a revolution. And if we can get Ghost in on it, get Ghost to help us out, stop whatever this is, it will be proof. Proof that she ain't an anarch. You think?
If these are indeed the anarchs that we're talking about.
They might not be, but it's an anarchic spirit. All this without rulers stuff, and then for a vampire's blood to turn up, certainly don't look good on our old pals at Circus Knox.
Hmm. So, I guess you don't want them involved in the research? I do take it you want to research this.
We're gonna have to. This is dangerous. It takes precedence.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, sure, I know we've got a lot of other shit on our plate to deal with, but this is gonna have to be dealt with, because this is how riots start. And I can protect myself, I can protect what's mine, but I fear for the stability of the Camarilla, and that just ain't groovy.
No, I do agree with you. We're weak. Well, I don't know, we're stable, but still small.
Exactly. I mean, if we keep working on building up our influence in Manhattan, we use Manhattan as our hub and we move out from there. But I digress. I'm talking a lot.
I'll keep my ears out on, well, anything maybe. I probably won't be able to hear a lot. It's not my field of expertise. I've been working on getting some contacts in the university, but I really doubt that they would be of any help. So,
Yeah, you'd be surprised. For instance, in this case, a school of liberal thought, of revolutionary thought, is usually it's a scholarly thing, you know. It's like philosophy, like a bunch, the student riots, UK. Sorry, two secs. Limey's phone starts playing like what sounds like kind of avant-garde jazz if it was like bitted down. Kind of answer. Yo,
It's me. Are you at the cellar?
where else? Why don't you come on down?
I'm just outside. Just wanted to make sure. I drove here and then I was like, what if Limey isn't there? Because then that would just have been awkward. But I'll be right in.
Limey's in the
Hang on.
house. Knock on in. Selena. She sounds a little tense.
have you told her
Have I told her?
about the Malkavian?
No.
Okay.
I want to find out for sure if he's done something first.
Hmm.
Can you appreciate that?
Yes.
Thank you, bro.
I wasn't planning on telling her anyway. It's not my place.
You're a good friend to me, Rose.
Without further ado, a little gangrel bounces in because she was just literally outside and just had to park the car. Beeline to you guys. You guys okay?
Um, perception, empathy. No, she doesn't know enough. I'm just gonna.
Manipulation, charisma. I'm trying to act not as scared as what I am. Yeah, holding that.
Oh. Yeah, cool. Oh, yeah, on yourself. Yeah, like what's Do you want me to roll dice?
Up to you, man. Because right now all you're seeing is good old Elena. Kind of awkward. Ew, something beyond that awkward. Something worried. Now, you
Um,
guys are still at the bar,
yeah,
I
that's
take
not.
it? Mm.
Alright, he gets up as soon as he sort of runs his eyes over Elena, like from feet to head, and he sees Rose do the same thing. He's let's let's go to the back room.
Good
And
idea. I was about to suggest the same thing. Hey, Barry. She waves at the bartender.
yeah, like he gives like a sort of he gives like a cool salute to Elena, who he's become quite familiar with. Like Limey looks at you incredulously, like he has no idea that guy's name is Barry. He like like we've all been to the back room. Like he goes in, lets you guys in first, closes it, locks it with all the deadbolts and stuff, and then sits down around the coffee table on the black leather sofa set.
I really don't know why you bother with all those dead bolts. Well,
Because
actually, I do now.
yeah,
No, sorry, I interrupted you.
no. Well, I suppose if anything's going to come through it, then it might hold them off for 5 seconds while we get through the escape. But anyway,
It's an escape. Okay.
I'll have to let you know. However, something's troubling you. What's up?
Not really troubling me. Hi, Rose. By the way, sorry I didn't say hello. I was being really rude.
Okay.
Yeah, she did completely blank you, so she's just.
Evening, Elena.
So you know that campground that you sent me to?
Yeah, with these wolf attacks.
Yeah, a bit more than wolves. Bit more than wolves.
Oh,
Not a
shit.
bipedal wolf. And
Oh, good.
I, well, I don't know, but I think, and this is just me, I think that it's like me, like what Frank was. I think it's a gangrel. There's so many animal features on that guy, and I really didn't get a good sense from him.
Okay, alright. Calm down. Tell us the story from the beginning.
Not much to tell. I drove the car over towards the campsite like what you wanted me to do, but I parked about a K away, lights off and everything about 3K beforehand just so that I can't be followed. I don't need the lights anyway. I can see in the dark, but that's beside the point. Decided to trek for about 45 minutes, and then all of a sudden this owl just started making the noises that I was in somebody else's turf and started communicating with the other owls. There's a big perimeter of animals set up. Big perimeter. We're not sneaking up on this guy. And then he threw a spear at me. Don't worry, he didn't get me. I was quick to get out of the way. But I've only ever felt that level of predator once before, and it's not pretty.
Where did you feel it before?
When they took my heart.
Okay, Rose didn't know that.
Oh, you had an idea. Remember the riddle of the heart? I'm back in one piece.
Yeah, but I didn't know.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Tidbit of knowledge.
I'm
And
so happy I still have my veil on because there's a very surprised expression on Rose's face.
but yeah, Elena's ears just flatten all the way down, not in an aggressive thing, but a very dejected cat-like manner. It's like when the cat knows it's done something wrong. It's an odd thing to see, but because cats never do anything wrong, they're the kings of the world. But yes, her ears just fold right the way down, and she just curls up into herself a bit more. I don't know whether he's part of that. I really don't. And a part of me says no. Otherwise, there would have been more of them, and I don't think I would have come out alive. But he's got
Well,
owls and wolves, and he knows his tracking. If you can track me, you know tracking,
okay.
because I'm damn good at tracking.
So,
So don't be mad at me for not taking Fern, because in the end it turned out to be a good thing, because I think that she would have just gotten the both of us killed.
I'm not
Yes,
mad at you
right
for not
the way
taking.
back up.
I'm not mad at you for not taking Fern. Sounds like it was a good idea. Though,
Well, she's untried and she's a bit squishy in the head, and I didn't particularly want to put both of us at risk by taking her into a situation that I don't think that she could handle. If it was just wolves, I would have just left it and come back a night later and dealt with it and made her feel all good about herself and being an upstanding member of the Camarilla. But my God, if she had actually gone in there, I don't think that she would have actually come out alive. And I think that,
Helena,
yes,
peace. Woosah. You dig?
Rosa.
Yeah, sort of. Okay, right. So, we're gonna need to deal with this. This takes. He looks at Rose as he says for the second time tonight, this takes precedence.
Looks like there is a lot of that.
Yeah.
But this can be solved in a night. We just need to bring him in for questioning, right?
It sounds like the difficult thing is going to be getting him off the turf. We get him out of there, we get him out of his comfort zone without all of his little furry buddies out on the trail. Pull him somewhere a little bit more urban, but deserted. Somewhere that he's not going to have to go through the city to get to.
Well, would you require the help of the warden, Limey?
Yeah, it's going to
Can't
be.
go.
It's
Both
gonna,
of you are going to get killed.
huh?
Uh,
Uh, uh, I've heard that a lot. We're not going to get killed because, frankly, you can't take him on your own by the sounds of things. And maybe if you take Farm with you, you might come out alive. Frankly, I don't want to bring anybody's ashes home in a bag. All I need to do is take a glance at him. I bail my ass out of there because I'm going to be faster than him, almost guaranteed. I run my ass out of there, and then the next night, summon into a warehouse. Who knows? I might even be able to use some of the powers in the blood of him at the time to chill him out, or make him run. Worst comes to worst.
I'm just worried because have you ever fought a gangrel?
I don't intend on having a fair fight, if that's what you mean.
Well, that's good because you get into hand-to-hand with this dude. I swear to Christ, he's going to rip you a new one.
why are you so afraid of getting into a fight? There doesn't need to be a fight.
Because I've seen what these can do. She just holds up her hands without claws. But she'll pop claws if she needs to make a point.
Hey, look, no shit, man. Like, I don't want to go and to claw with these things. That's not really my MO. You dig?
I just wished I could have been of more help.
You've been of absolutely wonderful help, Elena. Please don't look down on yourself for bailing when the odds were against you. I'd much rather you be here and alive than in those woods dead. Prove it.
Yes. You're a hound, Elena. You're meant to sniff things out. But when things are getting too tough, then the sheriff is the sheriff for a reason.
Apparently.
Just be really careful, please.
Look, I'm
I
thinking
can't lose you too, Limey.
I'm not going anywhere, sweet.
And Rose. And Rose.
Rose isn't going anywhere either, I can guarantee you that. So here's what I'm thinking. We get a hardcore little band of feisty kindred. Lure this guy out, run our asses out of there, summon him somewhere where he doesn't have his animal buddies with him, bring him down, take him in front of the prince if we have to, if we can. But up until that point, I'll lock him in an abandoned warehouse and burn the fucker down.
How very flat the impaler of you. Going to nail this cap to his head too big to begin with?
There's no need for that.
Vlad the Who.
Never mind. Well, you know what you're doing. All I can do is sit here and be concerned. But please,
Well, look,
be careful.
he's of your bloodline. How would you do it?
I don't know. I just know that I'm better at taking hit from claws than maybe you are. And if that's the only thing I have working towards me, then
Elena,
Hmm?
have you ever had the pleasure of meeting one of your elders of your clan, Paragos?
Paradox and others were gone before
Yeah.
my time. It's part of what made him so lonely, you know.
Yeah, I know. That was not a good night that night. Anyway, Paragos was an elder. He was an elder even to your sire. I've been up against him twice.
I understand. Let me come with you. At least let me stay in the car.
First though. Oh wait, are you talking to her or me? I.
You let me.
Oh.
You're the highest ranking here.
uh, let Did she say that in character or? No, cool, right.
I hope
That's
not.
a different news. Okay, alright. Rose, what do you think? You've been around for time immemorial. What do you think
About Elena staying in the car?
about the whole thing?
The whole thing. Well, I know that there weren't any gangrel rounds besides Elena. Well, before Fernandez. So are you certain that this was one of your house? Are you sure that this wasn't one of the Central Park lots?
I don't know. I don't know. He had a face like a wolf, and hide, and claws. He may have been. I didn't see a tail.
Because if that be the case, then we need an entirely different approach to this matter.
He had the animals with him, and he asked if I could speak to them.
Wait, you
And he
spoke
was
to
using
him?
a spear, which is odd. Yeah.
Wait. How did you get close enough to speak to him? You haven't told me the
Oh,
full story. Tell me how this went down.
I didn't get close to him. He snuck up on me.
No, I'm not saying that. Right, I asked you to tell me what happened. Tell me exactly how it went down.
Drove to the woods, trekked through the forest, got tracked by an owl. Owl informed another owl. All of a sudden there's wolves, and then this dude just throws his spear and shows up. He pretty much said to me that the humans are, what were his words? They're making a mess. And he doesn't like them there. He doesn't want anyone in his woods.
While I can see his point, he's not part of the Camarilla, and he's
I don't
certainly
know what
behind the
he
party
is.
line, so we're gonna have to drag him out.
But if he is a wolf, like a proper Central Park wolf, then we're way in over our heads. Even I know that.
I think maybe if he was a wolf, we'd know about it, but Rose, how familiar are you? Oh, shit, I can't believe I'm even asking this. How familiar are you with the wolf populace?
As in the animal, or as in the Central Park lot?
The Central Park wolves, regrettably. Just out of interest, just out of interest.
I don't know. I am, of course, just as anyone else, I'm not allowed to go into Central Park. All I know is that there is a lot of energy flowing around that place. And I'm pretty sure that if this would be one of theirs, I would be able to notice that straight away. I don't think we would even need to set foot in the entire woods. I mean, well, maybe a little, depending on how strong this individual is. I
I've
know
only
of
ever met
the...
Aaron, but he only ever looked human.
Yeah, well, you need to have the right eyes.
Okay.
I like my eyes. They're good eyes.
They are, but they don't see everything. Neither do mine. Don't get me wrong.
It's a matter of perception, no matter what your eyes tell you. Sorry, I'm interrupting.
No, it's fine.
That's cool. That's cool. So, as warden, what would you recommend? Going and speaking to the wolves and seeing if any of them are out there, or going to these woods and seeing if you can pick up on some energy or whatnot?
I don't think it is one of them. Especially not since Elena says that this individual claims the woods as his own. And I doubt that...
Wait. He said something else. He said that he feeds them. He feeds the animals, that the animals are fed by him. I think that means that they're galled.
No, shit.
Could be.
That would work. Because I don't think he's talking about a pack of chips.
No, do I. Do you mean British chips or American chips?
Are they biscuits or are they crackers? Are they cookies or are they biscuits?
Well, if it would help you,
Lime
Does it come
if
with
it would
teeth?
make you feel comfortable, then I don't mind talking to the Central Park lot.
Thing
See
is,
if
we
they know
haven't.
anything about it.
What about that? What about that guy? Remember that guy? What was his name? We met him the night where it all went down on Halloween.
That was Aaron, and he's been the one that... He's basically their diplomat. So he is the one that I was in contact with.
Reckon you could still get hold of him?
I think that would be no problem.
Can you
Okay.
say hello from me as well, please?
Limey throws
My
you a
name
slightly disapproving look.
She'll get it and you'll see the ears go down again. We only talk the once. But he was nice to me.
Yeah. The wolf at your door often is. He seems to say to himself and no one else in particular.
I will see what I can find out if they know anything about this. If we don't, well, if they don't, then
And they don't.
they don't.
In the meantime, maybe
In the
tomorrow
meantime,
night.
it's a good thing that you guys aren't bailing off into the woods all guns blazing. Remember what Seneca said, luck is when opportunity and preparation collide. We have neither preparation nor opportunity at this point, I think.
Exactly.
Well, you don't always need preparation for things. But I do agree that we need to find out. You don't need preparation to put on a shoe.
You need to have bought the shoe first.
Okay. So here's the deal. Rose, it would be groovy if you would go and speak to the Central Park lot. Eleanor, I think you've earned a break. But hey,
She just shrugs.
if you
And her
want
ears
to
just
take out the
right the way up. Mm-hmm.
if you want to take out the new girl, please do. In the meantime, I need to track the supply of these drugs. He sort of like looks at a file on the table that he brought with him. So,
Truck drugs.
the night after, we can go into the woods and check out exactly what's going down. Maybe, if we're prepared.
What's so important about these drugs?
Vampire blood in them.
Oh.
He pulls out half of it. Looks like half of a red pill. It's blood red. I had a friend take a look at it. It was a rave I went to. All felt a little bit hardcore anarch to me. All talking about revolution and revolution of consciousness. They were pumping this gear out. Rose can tell you about the effects, but it's I've forgotten the generation, but it's a relatively powerful creature, recently fed. Diabolist.
Curse you, Medigen, I want to know about more of this, but I can't because I'm not fucking curious. Eleanor will just hold up the pill instead and just go, oh, that's interesting. So you're thinking this is intended to rile up the masses? Like what they used in
without a shadow.
the Croatian? In the way that they used to give absence to the avant-garde, so they didn't care who they killed and how much damage they took. Interesting. We should put it down and start muttering dates. I believe
Yeah.
that was when Serbia was still fighting with Herzegovina. They used that definitely, but before that in the Balkan Wars I do believe that they also used wormwood elixir. Yes. I'm off on a tangent again, I'm sorry.
Look, like I said, I'm gonna be making phone calls all night to try and track this shit. Elena, I might be sending you out onto the streets to find something for me if I get any leads, but I'll let you know. Until then, take a break. Ladies, shall I show you out?
Yes.
Okay, boss, she says in that endearing way that she does.
Limey smiles. He seems quite at peace, certainly more so than he probably was when you guys first came. He gets up and he unbolts the door, and he walks you guys up the few steps that lead to the door that leads to the steps that lead you outside. Yeah, it's a weird layout. It's been
And
a pleasure, ladies.
hang on. I have to make a roll. Nope. Okay.
Yeah.
Elena will just look at Limey and just say, I'm glad you're thinking this through. And say nothing more, but Limey might notice that her ears are turning pink on the inside before she pops the hoodie up and walks along with Rose. Where are we going? Are you going anywhere interesting?
I am going to see if I can find a contact around Central Park.
Cool. I suppose I have to go then. Because you're the warden and I'm not.
I'm not gonna go in. I'm just gonna walk around the edge until I find someone. Because that's how you deal with them. It's our way of knocking.
Can I walk with you until then?
Of course you can.
That's nice of you. And Eleanor will just fall in step with Rose. The two make a very odd pair, one tall and lanky and one short and scruffy.
As he watches them go, Limey wonders exactly why Eleanor's ears were turning pink as she left, and sort of pursing his lips and giving a slight shake of the head. He walks back down the steps and heads through the back door to where his file lays and sits down in one of the settees before pulling out his phone and dialing a number and raising it to his ear. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we end our scene for tonight. Who knows what will happen next time in the Camarilla venue of New York. Thanks very much for watching. Thank you, players, for playing. Catch you next time.